Well, hey folks, we're going down the road here a ways, do some detecting. There's a site on this side of the road there, and then there's one down further, and then there's one way over, halfway up that hill over there, way over there. So we can go do some detecting, see how it turns out. This one down here, the first one, is pretty thick, but we'll poke around there, see if we can find anything. I've never been to that one or the one after that. Surprisingly, I've never been to them. I don't know why, but today we're gonna. Like I said, the first one's thick. Not sure if we'll be able to pick anything in there, but we'll give it a try. Then we'll work down the next one. Then we'll go to the one way over on the hill there. So stay tuned, see how we do. See if we see any critters. It's a beautiful day today. It's about 39, 40 degrees right now. A bit chilly, but it's supposed to warm up to the middle 40s. Full sunshiny day, as you can see. Just beautiful. So let's get to it. And beep beep dig. All right, let's have some fun. Okay, here's the first place. You can see the old cellar hole here, but you notice how thick it is around here. Super thick. Only a few little places to detect, which are kind of on the front side of the house. So usually the front side of the house, I can't say usually, but sometimes the front sides of the house are a bit better because that's where a lot of people seem to gather in and out of the front door and whatnot. So yeah, I'll poke around here a little bit and see what we come up with. Stay tuned. All right, like I was saying, it's super thick in here, but I detected around in here, the foundation's right there, the old cellar's right there. I've detected around here a lot of iron, and some people might ask, well, why don't you turn your iron off so you don't detect all that? Because to me, and a lot of the quote professional metal detectors know that keeping your iron audio on, being able to hear that iron tone, really helps you distinguish targets that are close to each other, if that makes any sense. Sometimes when you have your iron rejection on, which means that you won't be able to hear the iron, it won't read those better targets because it will discriminate out the iron that's next to the better target, and it won't even read the better target, or it might make that better target just sound not good at all. So my choice, my opinion, and my advice is to always listen to the iron targets. And in that case, speaking that, I got one right here. Lots of iron around. I turned the iron off so I couldn't hear the iron. This target disappeared. I brought it back on, and I kicked it around a little bit. It was reading 6 inches. I kicked the brush away, and it became shallower, obviously. And I finally found it. We might have a coin right here. See it right here? Coin or a button possibly. Clean it off here a little bit. Looks like it's going to be a button or something. Not really positive, but I'm not sure what that is, but it's a nice little round object. We'll have to take a look at that later. It doesn't seem to have a stem for a button. Something there, definitely something. Better target, not just a piece of iron. Okay, I'll keep going. That's a cool find. All right, keep on digging. And like I've said in a lot of my other metal detecting videos, be very careful when you're out here. Be very careful. Here's the well. Now if you were just walking around and kind of walking sideways when you're metal detecting, you might not even see that. You see it? That's the well. It's about 2 foot across, and you barely even notice it with the overgrowth. You could fall. I can see the bottom, but that could just be debris on top of the water. So like I was saying, just be very careful out here in these old places, folks. Be very careful. All right, we searched most of this out front here. A little more picking around to do, and then we'll go to the outskirts of it, out where it's not so thick, and we'll just make a loop around the place. As you can see over in the woods there, it's not quite so thick. We'll make a loop around, then we'll head to the other foundation that's down that way. All right, stay tuned. Okay, we've been working the outside edge of this, and the foundation's down there. we found a few bits of trash in here, some modern aluminum foil, and there's something right there that we got to take a look at. We'll go observe that for a minute. Kind of looks like an old well, but it's bigger. But I had a target right in here, and got an old fork. How do we know it's old? Because this is an old site, middle 1800s. I don't think it's silver, but we'll take a better look at it later on. Nice little old fork. Okay, we'll keep poking around. Give me a minute, we'll go over there and see what that thing is. Old well or something. Okay, here it is. It's kind of weird, kind of rectangular. Hopefully you can see the stones there. I wouldn't call that a well. Maybe they cooled a little bit of milk in there. Maybe it was an outhouse. I'm not really sure on this one. Stumped on this little piece here. Interesting. We'll never know either. We'll never know. All right, we'll keep on beeping. Okay, we got a spoon. Got a spoon. She's an oldie. All right, we'll have a look at her later maybe. We're still searching around the backside. We got another little kind of foundation to go along with the other foundation right here. You probably can't see it. Just a little rectangular kind of foundation right there. There's no hole or nothing per cellar, but there was definitely some kind of little structure right there. Okay, we'll keep poking around. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Okay, early 1900s dishware there. We poked around this one pretty good. We're not going to cover it thoroughly. We'll leave it for another time. Let's head down to the next one and see what we find down here. Maybe we'll walk down this little creek a little bit first and see if we see any exposed bottles or whatnot. But anyway, let's head down that way to the other one. It's a beautiful day out. We're running out of beautiful days, so if you haven't been out in a while, I advise you go out and enjoy some of this weather. It's not completely freezing out there yet. Even though it feels like it when you first walk outside, put a coat on and get out there and do something. Won't be long, it'll be too cold for a lot of you folks to be out there, so get out there and do something, man. It's important. Okay, I poked around down in there where I could, but as you can see, it's full of briars. And but I've been detecting along the backside here, coming around, and we got to be close because I found this door lock thing here, the door latch thing. So, and this doesn't look too old. Of course, some of these spots might have been used up into the 1900s, and what I believe and what I've read and the knowledge I've gained is that in the early 1900s, 1930s, when the Depression came through, a lot of these folks were forced to leave. They just couldn't afford to do it anymore. So we could find items up like in that dish that we saw down there, early 1900s up into the 1930s. But anyway, so we know we're close. There must have been a door right here someplace, because we know that nobody just carried that out in the woods randomly and dropped it. So I'm going to circle around here. It's a little bit clear through here. We're going to go around there and then try to cut our way through all this stuff and see what we see. It's pretty thick though, but we'll give it a try. We'll keep on swinging as we go. Fun. I love doing this stuff. Okay, we found the next foundation. See some of the stones right there, and I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it kind of goes behind this tree over there. You see that? Back over to us here. So that's where the home's at. It doesn't look like a barn foundation, so it probably is a home. We'll just pick around here where we can. And I never do good down in the basements. Usually just get hunks of iron, and I've never found anything good down in the actual foundations, ever. Never. So I usually just avoid those, and I work the outside. So let's do that. Okay, we worked all that, a little bit of area that we could, just some irony trash. So let's get out of here, back down to the road. We'll walk up the road a little ways and cut into the woods there, and we'll head halfway up on that hillside across the valley there. There's an old spot up there that we can go check out. And I have been to that one before, but it's back when I had my Radio Shack metal detector. And I'm not knocking Radio Shack metal detectors at all because they work very well. It's just they don't have a fast recovery speed. So detectors like this AT Pro are much more useful when it comes to that, especially in trashy areas. So let's go hit it with the AT Pro now and see if we can find anything good out of it. Nice little site way back in there. We'll go find it again. I don't remember exactly where it is, but we'll go find her. Okay, stay tuned. We'll work our way that way. And don't forget to check yourself for ticks. We got one right here. The second one I've seen. You see him right there? Die. Die. Okay, ticks are pretty bad again this season. Seems like they're always worse when the freeze comes on. Kind of weird, but alright. Make sure you look for ticks. And that's why they say to wear light colored clothing. We're not really, today we're wearing blue jeans and a dark top, but some people think it's because ticks don't like light colored, but that's not it. It's just, it gives you the ability to actually see them on you when you're wearing light clothes because they're so small, you know. Alright, let's keep going. And is it hunting season? Yes it is, but it's only bow season, so we don't got to worry so much about getting shot during bow season, you know. Somebody shoots you with their bow, either they're blind as a bat, there's something mentally wrong with them, or you're literally wearing a deer for your clothes that day. So. Okay, phew. Finally found it, quite a walk. You see the stones over there? And they go up around, back down this side. It doesn't really look like a cellar hole was here, a true foundation. Maybe this was just a barn. I'm not really sure. But we'll poke around here. Then we'll walk around the outskirts. Maybe we can find an actual cellar hole. Maybe not. But we'll give it a try. Okay, I'll start swinging. Okay, let me get you caught up. I detected up there around what I believe now is the barn and searched way around the top there. Couldn't find any signs of foundation. I came to the lower end and here she is. Here's the old cellar hole. I know it's hard to see on camera, but this depression right here where that tree's growing in it. Yep, this is the old cellar hole. I just started detecting around it. Nothing but junk yet, but we'll give her a good swing and see what we come up with. All right. Having fun. Beautiful day. Okay, we've detected the heck out of this where we could. Obviously around the foundation it's pretty thick. Couldn't do much swinging in there. Lots of iron. Lots and lots of iron, which is typical. Then it's surrounded by these state pine trees. The CCC camp in the 30s came in here and planted these, and I've never done really good in the state pines. It's like the roots grow on top of the ground in a way. They get in the way when you're digging, and also it seems like they add like 6 to 10 inches of soil and root on top of the old debris, the old forest floor, if that makes any sense. So anything that's in here is usually very deep, and I just didn't find anything in here this time. Maybe next time. Still had fun though. Lots of iron, lots of iron. All right, let's get out of here. Beautiful little area though. Can almost feel the history. Okay, we made it up out of the woods. That was a lot of fun. What did we find? We found a fork and a spoon. Maybe a button. Not quite sure what that is. Yeah, a couple shotgun lead. Looks like 12 gauge slugs. And just some other junk. Nothing really spectacular, but it was still a lot of fun, that's for sure. Thanks for coming along, keeping me company. Really appreciate it. Gives me somebody to talk to when I'm out here. Looking at this hole here. It's so dry around here. Look how dry. That's usually got at least a trickle in it. So dry. We need some rain so badly. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Not sure what we'll do. We'll probably go look for some gold. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me company. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to have fun. I will too.